Hey guys, it's Ojima. I bet you guys thought that I was only going to be doing these like once every 4 weeks or something, but we're back with another Japanese YouTuber of the week. So last week did Asakura Mikuru, the fighter in that. Before that, Waiwai, the gaming channel. If you guys are new to this channel, what I've been doing recently is back in the day I was making videos on how to learn Japanese through immersion and stuff. But recently, just to help you guys with your immersion, I've been putting out videos on just Japanese YouTubers and that, because I think it's hard, if you don't know Japanese yet and you want to learn it through immersion, it's really hard to find YouTubers and stuff to watch to learn it through. So I thought, why not just use this platform here to actually give you guys some value and, shout out some Japanese YouTubers who are actually good that you guys can use to learn Japanese with. So today, this is probably one of the YouTubers that I spent the most time watching, I reckon. His name is Jukiya.
北北海道、南沖縄まで日本中全国の皆さんピッピッピということで今回はこちらの方たちとお届けします。せーの、ナマステ。全然知らんかった。アナル？お、なんか感動の最近話してる。アナル？感動。アナルって何？
アナルって名前なんですよ。
なんでアナルなの？
なるってあだ名で。
なんでなるってあだ名なの？
名前がなるみやから。
あ、なるみだからなるで、なるからアナル。
そうそうそう。
アナルプレイが好きなわけじゃない。
好き。聞いてほしい。マジで聞いてほしい。
どういうこと？
写真のホルダー手取りばっかり自分で。
いや、もう別に見せたいなら見せていいけど。
見て。マジで見てほしい。結構エロいね。
うわ。ごめんね、一回止めて。何してんの？君誰だ？ごめんなさい、撮影中。なんかしてんのかこれ？撮影中です。なんかこれ？なんかしてんのか？あ、ごめんなさい、撮影してます。あ、そうなの？あ、ごめん、邪魔してんの。
And Jukiya is he's this one cunt from I think he's from Nagoya. He's from Nagoya-ken and Nagoya Prefecture. And what he does, right, is he's done this for years. Even since I started learning Japanese, what he'd do is he'd head out onto the streets of Shibuya, anywhere in Tokyo, Osaka, wherever, bust out have a dude filming him, and he'd just go around asking just real spastic questions to random Japanese, not teenagers, but early guys and girls in their early 20s, some older people, some, whoever, just all the people on the streets of Shibuya, he'll go ask about their kurorekshi. That's one thing he'll ask. Kurorekshi is some embarrassing past stories or something like that. And the reason I recommend this guy so much is, for one, he's just really fucking funny. The second one is the videos are quite short and they're quite intense. There's a lot going on in these videos. There's a lot of shit to keep you interested in while you're sitting there listening to Japanese. Because like I talked about in my last video, I think the biggest issue people have with learning Japanese is, through immersion, is you sit down, right, and you listen to a podcast. I mentioned this in the last video as well, but just reiterating it. You listen to a podcast, right? If you don't know any Japanese, you're essentially just listening to fucking white noise for hours on end. You can't, reasonably be expected to listen to that for more than 20 seconds before you're what the fuck am I listening to? You just kind of you'll be listening, and then you'll be, next thing you know, you're zoned out and you're just not paying any fucking attention. You're thinking about something else, something you did earlier in the day or some shit like that. So the real value of Jukiya is this guy, funny as fuck, just goes around interviewing people on the streets, and there's so much shit going on, so much editing, so much funny shit going on, that you can just kind of actually sit there and be engaged with the content while you're watching it, say on your phone or whatever, and it will just be super easy to watch. So you've got Jukiya, he just does his street interviews, and then he'll do even videos collabs with other YouTubers. He might do Q&As, or I think he's even got a fucking gaming channel where he plays Mario Kart. And it's, you'd think that'd be boring as fuck, but this kind is funny as. So no matter what he's doing, it's pretty entertaining. So this guy's a big recommendation for me. I don't really want to spend too much time here sitting talking about this and that, about, I don't know. I feel it's not something I really need to go into. All I really need to say is, does the street interviews, which is funny as fuck, does those collabs and that, and does gaming videos. And yeah, it's a pretty standard, not standard, but his whole channel is the same shit, but it's constantly funny. Probably because, he's interviewing people, new stories, new shit, all different funny characters around Shibuya. There's cracked out cunts everywhere. So no matter how many you watch, it's still interesting, even though it's the same content. And I tell you what, actually, one other thing I will touch on is the fact that if you're watching the same sort of content, whether it be the same YouTubers or same sort of genre of YouTubers, or say even you're reading a book, right, and you've got one genre of books you're reading all the time, yeah? Say whether it be, you know, like non-fiction science, or you might be reading horror books or something. If you just limit your immersion to just one little area, right? It's so much quicker, like getting to being able to like understanding that one area very quickly, rather than trying to just go and say, I'm going to understand the full fucking language, learn the whole language. So the good thing with this is because all of the videos are so similar and they're covering such similar topics, you learn 200 words from these videos, right? Like you sentence mine 200 words from these videos, and all of a sudden you've got like a very high rate of comprehension of these videos in relative to everything else. So it doesn't need to be his videos. It could be any videos, right? Or books, or fucking whatever media you want, or Twitter, whatever. But you limit your learning, like your immersion, to one little area, and you get all your words and shit from there. All of a sudden, it's going to be so much easier, like, to understand those, rather than trying to just go and tackle the whole language at once. Like, I think I talk a lot about this in my masterclass series. I have a feeling I do. And for those of you who are new, just coming onto the channel from this video or just from the last few videos, go check out my like Japanese masterclass, or whatever I called it. It's just, I just kind of go over all of the shit you need to know to learn Japanese, all for free, because I don't want to fucking charge shit for that. I feel like everyone should be able to learn a language for free. Like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like something you should, you know, be paying money for. So if you're interested in learning Japanese and you're new here, go watch all that. All the shit comes selling in like courses and that for hundreds, thousands of dollars, whatever. You can learn it just through that. I mean, look, I passed JLPT, so a lot of you cunts got, you know, goals to do JLPT. I did that in 9 months. No fucking courses, no nothing. I'm not paying, you know, like universities that charge like $500 for a fucking like JLPT M3 course. Like, fuck that. You know, if I can do the M1 in 9 months, don't need to be paying fucking $6,000 in course fees over your whole lifetime. So, yeah, anyway, yeah, check that out. Otherwise, if you want to know more about the sort of shit I'm talking about. But honestly, that's all I feel like I really have to say with this guy. Like, that's all the value of him. He's interesting. Like, the content is interesting. He's really funny. Has a like very narrow range of content, so it's easy to get to understand it. And as well, like, it's the same shit but consistently interesting, so you'll actually be able to like sit there and watch it without fucking zoning out every 2 seconds. Anyway, honestly, that's all I really want to talk about in this. I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet. Like, I feel like I don't really need to be milking content here. Like, I'll just give you all you need to know about this dude, what I think is fucking valuable about them. I'll do this each week for each YouTuber. I'll tell you what I think is valuable about them, you know, what's interesting, why you should watch them, and how they can help you learn Japanese. So I feel like I've covered that here. So anyway, that'll be it for this video. I mentioned this last video, but again, if you guys have any, like, you know, Hello Talk, you guys got any funny Hello Talk stories, either leave it in the comments or join my Discord server and put them in there. I'm going to be making a video on some people's Hello Talk stories soon. So let me know if you got any of them. Otherwise, yeah, jump in the Discord anyway. There's a lot of like real good fucking resources and that on there anyway. So yeah, check that out. Otherwise, that's it for this video. Thanks, guys.